that they tend to look older and the men tend to look younger than the females. So now, if you tend to marry a woman that you are actually the same age with, I'm sure that later in life, after maybe 10, 20, or 30 years, you'll be the one doing the work of the woman. Because when the woman cannot move again as freely as you can do, so now you'll be the one carrying her around and doing most of the house choices that she would have been doing. Now, looking at it from the other context, if you marry someone that is you are far older than, you know, the society, yes, as a man, okay, you know how the society looks at it. We take a very clear look at Regina Daniels. The man married her. The man is older than her. But what did the society turn it to look like? That she is marrying someone at the age of her father. So now, if you want to look at it from that context, the society doesn't look at the age as now being that maybe Regina Daniels' husband wants to marry someone that will take care of him when he's much older. But now the society is looking at it that Regina Daniels is going after the man due to the money and due to he's an advanced man. She's not supposed to marry somebody of that age.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, our lovely viewers. Based on the time you are watching this video, you're welcome to today's edition of Talk Show. And today we have an interesting topic for your view, and of course for you to always drop your comments and share in our talk show. And the topic is why age gap between spouses matter. Why age gap between spouses, between a man and a woman, matters in relationship. Of course, we won't be doing it alone. We have a guest speaker who has find time to join us in this talk show, and of course to elaborate this topic to our own understanding and to your own understanding. Please, your name, please.
Okay, my name is Daniel Eugene. Daniel Eugene by name.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm pleased to be here.
Okay. So before we get started, just like I've always said, please, while watching this video, if you have anything to say regarding what you see in this video, please drop your comment. And if you have any topic bothering you that you want us to, of course, lay emphasis on, feel free to comment or come to my DM. We're always active anytime to talk on your matter. And I still have my regular speakers, iSend TV and MC. So let's get down to business. So, based on the topic we have at hand, what do you have to say? Why age gap matters between spouses, mostly in relationship?
Well, when you talk about age gap, that differences in age, I will come from two contexts. I will come from it matters and I will come from it doesn't matter. Because actually, if you want to look at it from two angles, you don't look at it from one angle. You look at it from the both angles why it is necessary and why it's not necessary. Now, first, why it is necessary. You know, if you check biologically at a female's way of growing, you discover that the females grow more older than the male. They tend to look older. And now, if you check the male, at some point, the females look older, and at some point, the male tend to outgrow the females. And later in life, due to what the females experience, you see that they tend to look older and the men tend to look younger than the females. So now, if you tend to marry a woman that you are actually the same age with, I'm sure that later in life, after maybe 10, 20, or 30 years, you'll be the one doing the work of the woman. Because when the woman cannot move again as freely as you can do, so now you'll be the one carrying her around and doing most of the house choices that she would have been doing. Now, looking at it from the other context, if you marry someone that is you are far older than, you know, the society, as a man, you know how the society looks at it. We take a very clear look at Regina Daniels. The man married her. The man is older than her. But what did the society turn it to look like? That she is marrying someone at the age of her father. So now, if you want to look at it from that context, the society doesn't look at the age as now being that maybe Regina Daniels' husband wants to marry someone that will take care of him when he's much older. But now the society is looking at it that Regina Daniels is going after the man due to the money and due to he's an advanced man. She's not
Yes.
supposed to marry somebody of that age.
Somebody of that
But
age.
that's why I said it's coming into context. So it depends on the context in which you are looking at it from. It depends on the context. So that is for the man. Now, for the ladies, marrying a man that is older than you serves respect. Obviously, if you look at the context with that relationship, a woman that you tell that she looks at people as same age grade, if they talk, she they talk, they craze. You know, she tends to bring out that expression.
Yes.
She doesn't matter. She doesn't care who you are, whether you are the man, because you are of the same age with her.
With her.
But when she checks it 10, 20 years, 15, 8, you are older than her, she tends to get some atom of respect for you just because the age she believes that you have more experience than her. Not even believe, it serves that fact.
Yes.
You have more experience than her, you know a little of what she don't know, so she tends to give you that respect. But when you are the same age, you talk one, she talk five, talk 10, she's 15, that is the natural lifestyle of a woman. So that is why it is better you marry a woman which you are older than, so that that respect will be there, and so that she can take care of you when your legs are no more strong enough and your hands are no more strong enough to do the works you need to do.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
That was a very nice point. I think you have anything to say regarding the topic.
This topic is actually a broad topic,
Definitely,
according to
definitely.
him. You know, in relationship, age tends to be less important
Yes.
depending on how the relationship is. If it is a short-term relationship or a long-term relationship, you see with me and you agree with me that in our generation of now, people don't marry or people don't love themselves according to the age gap or differences now. They tend to count age as a number. People don't really value age. So I would say that marrying somebody as a man older than you is actually a good thing. But coming to check out the important roles he or she plays in your life, that is going to be a very big problem. Because if you are marrying somebody, or sorry, if you are loving somebody, or if you are in a relationship with somebody and you are older than the person, or you guys are in the same age or the same age grade, then she's playing or he is playing an important role in your life. You will see with me that it will be very difficult for you to get away with that kind of a person. And you see that they tend to love themselves or marry themselves. If you see the short term relationship, that's the one we call cruise. Age doesn't matter to them. This is the relationship I'm diving into. I'm not gaining anything. You don't really have any important role in my life apart from sex, because we have people that goes into relationship just because you can satisfy them, and you see very well that that kind of relationship doesn't last long, because after that they will tend to be a problem. But if you're in love with somebody that is in at your the same age grade, and there's something you guys are pursuing, in this generation there's every tendency of you loving the person. So I won't advise somebody to date or marry somebody that's older than the person, or the person is older than. When you find yourself in this generation, you can fix yourself.
Okay, so
Age is just a number for
it
me.
means like both partners can
Both partners, yes. If yes, if you
Sorry, I'm not cutting you short, but let me
okay.
say something in regards to that. I think I understand the context in which you are coming from, but let me just deviate a little bit.
Mm.
I think that you making mention of people getting married, because obviously, yes, this generation of these days, nobody wants to get married to someone that is he or she is older than,
Mm,
as much as that.
yeah.
Why? Because this generation we look at people within us. Now let's look at those days.
Mm.
You see a man of let's say 20 years, he's looking for, or let's say 30, he's looking for a woman of 20.
20.
You understand? Now why? Because that man begins to look for that man wait till he or she is ready, he's ready for marriage before he dodge into it. But this generation, a guy of 15 years, you know, they start to
Somebody
define woman. And now which woman is he looking for? 14 years, obviously. He's not looking at 1 of 10 or 11. Because obviously, he said that one as child abuse. Meanwhile, that is who he is supposed to be following.
Yes.
But he looks at it as child abuse because of he is not waiting for him to be ripe enough before he can go out for that.
And if you check out what is going on now, you see that, sorry, I'm not calling names.
Okay.
You see that some of our celebrities, they you said something about Regina Daniel. Some people goes into relationship because of maybe money, assets, all this stuff. Check out Mr. Easy and
Okay.
the you know that the girlfriend or the wife is age older than him.
Wow.
Yes, check it well.
That's the Hitman's daughter.
Yes. So because of the fame and whatever he knows he wants to gain, he has to endorse himself into that. Which before it wasn't like that. That's why I say that this generation, we live our life according to how it pleases us. So if you know that loving somebody that is your age grade or somebody that seniors you is okay by you, as far as you find peace, because that is what everybody needs.
Yeah.
As long as you find peace, forget about when you old. When you old, you
Are
fix
you going to really find that peace?
No,
That's what
no,
that's what
when you are old,
because obviously one day you will
children is
also
there. That's why you have children. You did not have a wife to come and take care of you when you are old, because definitely should be old. See, if you see a girl up to 10 years,
Okay.
maybe you are 40 and she's 30, my brother, that lady will be older than you. So she will not be able to even take care of you.
no see my
In terms of
In terms of a natural aspect, she will be weak because ladies face
30 and 40.
yes. When you reach a stage of maybe you are 60, you are 70,
Okay.
and she's 60,
Okay.
you find out that she won't do that thing that you think she will be doing. You become stronger than even herself,
No, see,
and
I
that's why
understand.
children comes in.
I understand the aspect you are coming from. You know why it is why women are usually getting older. It's just one reason. The monthly flow in which they remove blood every month. If you check a lady that is just in a pubertic stage, she's having puberty, growing hair. That lady looks more beautiful than after 2 3 years of she seeing the whole monthly flow of a thing. Why? Because that is she's in her prime. It is just when it is beginning. But now, why that's the only reason why that woman is going to be looking like a little bit older than you. But definitely, I assure you that if you are 40 and your wife is 30, the tendency of your wife looking that older than you will not be there. Because I can take a pure example. I have my own parents. My own parents are my mom is older, my dad is older than my mom with 15 good years. 15, you understand? 15 now.
This is the same
No,
thing in mind.
okay, you can imagine that kind of thing. You can imagine that. No, looking at it from that context, you see that as my dad is getting older, though my mom looks old, no doubt,
yes.
but she can still do those things in which my father cannot really do again that much. That's what we look at. But let's say now, my mom is maybe my dad is seniors my mom with 2 years. Definitely, I'm very sure it will be my dad that will be carrying my mom.
So, are you trying to tell me that you cannot marry somebody of your age grade or somebody you are 1 or 2 years older than?
Well, I must say, with the way this generation is going, looking at a woman that you senior with 15 years, obviously sometimes that woman might not be have been born. Let's no, my dad usually tell me the beautiful ones are not yet born. But because of the way the generation is looking, you waiting for that woman you senior 15 years. If you don't miss out.
Okay. I love your friend, sir.
What can you say? Okay, let me see. Now, I've been listening to my two colleagues here, and for me, I don't really think age matters. It doesn't matter. Yeah. And if I want to set a very good example, let me see. It started from the Bible. Will you tell me that Joseph and Mary, who was the senior, who was older than someone? Joseph and Mary.
That is a very big question.
Wait, no,
I
wait.
don't know.
In as much as the Bible did not
State, so we don't really know.
well, we don't know. We don't know. Now, between Adam and Eve, now who was the senior?
Adam.
Now, will you tell me that Adam will not ask God to maybe to give him someone that is at the same age with him? No.
So that this thing now is nature. When nature comes in is the love, because even let me say, for example, you now, you can see a girl of maybe 15 years. Okay, let's for example you are 30 and you see a girl of maybe 20 years, like,
But I'm not that you.
you know, you're not 30. I'm giving an example. Yeah, but you see a girl of 20, and let me tell you, when nature is in you, you can never stop loving that girl. So if you want to stand and look at,
The
okay,
age.
this girl, I'm 30, this girl is 20. No, I cannot marry her, or maybe I need to look for someone that is maybe 20
15.
or 15, or maybe just want to look for someone at the same age with
Okay,
you.
okay.
That one, see, when someone says if you marry a wife that is the same age with you, or she even seniors you, and the woman will not respect you, that one is, it depends on me. I will see it as, it depends on how the woman started life.
And how you train her.
Yeah, because
Yes.
a girl that is well trained
Will love you.
will love you, and
Despite the fact of the age.
like they still
Yes.
respect you.
Yes.
You, even if you senior your wife, doesn't mean that you not respect your wife, or your wife not respect
No,
you.
no, no, no.
It's 50-50. So age does not even matter.
Okay.
Age does not matter, because me, I will still use Joseph and Mary. We don't know if Joseph
Was the senior.
was older than Mary, or
Mary.
Mary was older than Joseph. So this particular thing
So,
now.
sorry, can I set an instance? Let me set an
Okay.
instance. Now,
Alright.
I've been into, by God's grace, I've been having this, I've been a therapist, a love therapist, or let's say
Okay.
relationship therapist for some time now. Now, let me set an instance for you. If you check now, a man of 20 years or a guy of 20 years wants to date a girl. Do you know that a girl of 20 years cannot date a guy of 20 years? She's looking for a guy of 30.
It depends, sir.
No, wait, 30. Now, if you go, if that girl end up dating a guy of 20 years, the same age with her, check, that girl is going to be more exposed than that guy. If you check from the context, okay, if you look at your class, have you ever dated somebody in your class now before? Maybe when you were in secondary school or primary, and you date somebody in your class, and you see a senior colleague coming to meet that your friend, how do you feel? You are afraid that your senior colleague can take away that girl. Why? Because you know that that guy is older than you. That guy has some qualities that that girl will not be reasoning. What will I gain from this guy? You understand? And if you check, even common sense in the society, you will hear they be advising a girl, don't date somebody that is in the same class. You'll be hearing something saying that is to say, all these guys that are in this class with you, you will not marry any of them. Why? Because before you go there ready, say, okay, I won't marry. All these girls don't marry. Because of they are looking for people above them.
Standard.
Not in their age group. They're not looking for somebody in their age group. Somebody of 21 and they are 20, they are not looking for. So in short, I've met some girls that are saying, if you are not older than me with 6 years, 5 years, I'm not interested. Because what will I learn from you? What can you teach me? But just go to a lady, and maybe that girl, you have little qualities that the girl wants, and you tell the girl, I am 30, and the girl is 20 or 25. The girl is speaking interest. But let she be 20 and you say you are 21, or you are 22. The girl say, see, the thing is that she'll start bringing some funny attitude, because she knows that what can you offer her? Highest, when I go knock, it finish. There's no thing you can really offer she can gain from. Last myself now, person they buy you boxer.
No,
You understand?
it depends. If you are from a rich home and you have the hands, she will.
No, I'm not talking about. No, I'm not looking from the financial aspect. See, I'm looking at morally. What can you offer this girl? A guy of 30 and the girl is 32. She's seen that guy of the experience where I don't get. You don't follow get and be saying they born you, they born me. So if they, I cannot be saying, if for instance now you they follow girl they talk, they tell her in 1999, the girl they tell you, yeah, at that time. But when they get at 2003, and you tell her, she'll be interested to know what happened in 1999. You understand? But when you open her, you say what happened? You won't talk like make her hear now. That time you know small. You understand? She has started bringing up some again. You were small, I was small. But you know when she's 2005, you are 99. You know, say, do you know in 1999 the girl has calmed down? Don't you hear that story that happened in 1999? That's just That's just it. Even if you are telling her lie, she doesn't know at the moment. Not until she verifies.
But you know that those kind of things don't happen in this generation.
Exactly.
It
No,
doesn't happen.
you are not far from it. That's why
Okay.
I also pointing something saying that
Okay.
this generation we
They
do
know
things
sense.
when it is not yet time.
Yes.
We want to explore. We want to be there
Yes.
before it is time.
Them.
So because of we are immature, we are not ready enough. So we tend to indulge in those things. And now, if you imagine a guy of 20 years, you are saying senior the girl with 10 years, that means you are going to a girl of 10 years. And you know how it is in this generation. Some other small girl, she never even grow anything. You know, the guy starts downgrading the girl. He's now looking for a girl of 18, 19, maybe at most 17 to go for. So it now makes it looks almost equal. Any little thing, they're almost the same age.
Okay. I have a question to ask.
Okay.
Now, talking about this age range. Now, is there anything like maturity attached to age range when it comes to relationship like that?
When it
Like
comes to
maturity in a sense that now, for instance, just like what Danisi said, that it doesn't matter if you date someone that is your age mate. But what matters most is the level of
the
love.
love,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. Now, bringing in maturity. Now, if for instance, I happen to date someone that is my age mate, understand now? Then let me say, as a guy, I apply maturity. Now, don't you think that relationship will last longer, or will it still be any form of errors?
um uh firstly, before you indulge yourself in a relationship, you must be matured upstairs. You have to be mature as a guy because we see ladies as our children. That is how some guys see them. You see that in a relationship, before a girl wants to do something, she'll bring it first. Sweetheart, see you. Is it good? Should I do it? I want some advice.
Regardless of the age.
Yes, yes. So I think the ladies respect guys because one, they think that we are more mature than them. So before a lady will even accept to be in a relationship with anybody or any guy, she must make sure that you are matured upstairs. She can come and talk to you, seek advice from you. You cannot go and date somebody that doesn't have anything upstairs. What do you gain? Is it only the money? At least you need advice from that kind of person. So I think before you do anything concerning relationship or marriage, you as a guy you must be mature first upstairs. So that you know how to control yourself because ladies are like juju. If yes, ladies, they are very complicated. If you don't have strength of God and sense, you cannot follow up a girl. So you have to be matured first to know what, because what you are entering is kind of a war front. So when you are entering there, you have to be matured and smart before they will come and outsmart you.
Then we have
Okay, for me, I think when the two parties understand themselves very well, that that orderliness will be there. You understand?
whether they are age,
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
whether
yes.
see there is how you be 30 and your girl will be maybe 20
and to look more
and she
mature.
look more mature than you,
Exactly.
and there's how you want to do something like you as someone that is 30. There is one particular like there is this particular thing like this now we call common sense. Maybe for example, now you want to keep this phone like this. You want to make sure this phone is straight. Inside you, you keep this phone thinking that the phone is straight. Now, a girl that maybe is 20, you are older than the girl, will come and see this phone and tell you where this phone is not right. Keep it like this.
Just to compare and compute you.
Now, you now looking at it very well. If you keep this phone like this, the phone is not straight. If you keep this phone like this, now it's for you now to reason well because there's how you keep this phone like this, but the phone is not straight. You understand? So now that is when you need to apply your sense. You understand? Look at it very well. Say okay, I should not. The phone should not be like this. Let's keep it straight like this. You understand? So that is the maturity there. Even if you are older than the girl or the girl is older than you, it is when you have like when you have something here to deliver. You understand? So I think it's important.
Okay, so
It's
pleasure.
important.
Okay, well, if I must speak on this, I think maturity is not in age. Maturity definitely it's not cannot hide under the umbrella of age because
Sure, sure.
definitely whatsoever age you are, age is just a number to show that I have been here for long. Not that what it's needed to know, I know. No, that's not maturity. And maturity doesn't dwell on age. But I think that for you to indulge into any relationship, you must have been convinced within you that you are matured and ready for it.
For it.
Because if you are not matured and ready for it and you indulge in it, my brother, you are wasting your time. You end up entering into something, and after 1, 2 months, you cannot bear the heat. That's why you hear people say marriage is not something you just rush into. You take time. You must be ready to endure. You must be ready to get that patience, tolerance. Because if you don't have these things,
You cannot.
you cannot. Like I tell young people when they come to me, I tell them, when any character you exhibit while doing dating, whether you are joking or not joking, is the same character you would
exhibit.
subconsciously exhibit
Yes.
in marriage.
In marriage.
Like one of the principles I have is I don't beat a female, no matter what it is. So far as I am serious to slap a female, I don't do it. Why? Because I might not know when I will think I'm just slapping a random person, and before you know, it might be my wife or
Yes. Or your
my fiance or
girlfriend.
girlfriend.
Yes.
So that's why I don't do it at all. So that I have that culture in me that anything, so far as you're a female, I don't beat you at all. I that's the character I imbibe in me. So I think whether you are joking, the relationship is serious, it has head, you know, get head. Make sure that you try your possible best to be in your best. Take it as if this is a marriage I'm going into. That's why when somebody just after 1 or 2 months, a girl behaves anyhow, or a guy behaves in a way you don't like, you say, I'm fed up. I say, you have not even seen anything you are fed up. No. Give it time. Let it be that you have gotten to one stage in your life that that is two of you know that you cannot help it.
Yes.
It should not be from one sided. You should be there. There's nothing that doesn't come with challenges. It must come with challenges. It must come with difficulties. It must come. It cannot go in any relationship that goes smoothly. My brother, pick up your shoes and run. My sister, run. Because pretense is what terminates. Because when you pretend, you tend to be upright at all moments. But when you are doing this thing, living your normal life in the relationship, you see that whatever you people do, it's not easy for two people that don't know themselves, for two different geopolitical zones to come together to live as one. It's not easy. So you cannot expect the man to be understanding at all moments, and you don't expect the woman to be. Sometimes she need grace. Sometimes she need tell you you dey mad. Yes, when she's angry, you are cool. When she's cool, because you are angry. That's how it is.
That's why it's called a war zone.
That is it. Once you can apply these laws, I think you are good to go. You should be able to call her one side. You should be able to control. In short, anger is one of the things. Once you can control your anger, once your angry rates, your anger rates can be stable. You know that okay, you are getting angry. You calm down. You pipe low. When she knows you are angry, she reduce her talk. She keeps quiet.
Not every
Allow you
woman.
rest. No, no. Obviously, they will not allow you.
not.
But I think as a matured man, that you are, when the woman starts talking too much, you don't exchange words. You leave that place. You calm down. Later on, when you are settled, you call her. Come. Don't be doing like this. Do like this. Obviously, out of 100% of women, only 10% will listen to you. The remaining 90 will be like, that way they talk like, oh no, me I know, you don't concern. If you make me angry, I go crazy for you. Yeah, that is normal. That is why they are called women. They exhibit some characters. My father will always tell me, the way you want to live with your wife, start applying it to your mother. Your mother talks, you talk three. She talk one, you talk three. Obviously, what are you trying to do? That is the same way when your wife talk. Subconsciously, you think that's how your mother they talk. You go follow talk. Before you know, parents don't boss for family. She carry television, you carry chair. She knock her for ground, you knock your own. Before you know, you have destroyed everything in the house, and before you know, the marriage start having some chaos, start cracking, start cracking. Before you know, people are done, and that's why the rate of divorce is increasingly getting high because lack of what understanding and lack of what maturity. That's it.
Okay, before we actually bring this talk show to an end, I want to believe so far so good. You've actually learned something today, and trust me, I am actually learning also. I forget the fact that I'm actually the host. I'm also learning, and of course, that my co-speakers we are also the one learning. You know, we learn every day. Yeah, we learn every day. So before we bring this topic to a close, I have a question to ask. But that question will be asked when we are back from this break. Please, so far, please don't feel to comment based on what you've heard, and ask your question. Feel free. I can always bring them back on the talk show to do what to answer your question. And like I said before, if you have any topic for us to discuss on, feel free to do a topic in the comment section. We're always active. See you in the next few minutes. Thank you.